Hi, I'm Venkatraman. I completed my post-graduation in MSc in Physics and I did my B.Ed. As well, I completed my MBA also. And as a tutor, I'm tutoring from last 5 years through different channels. And UrbanPro is one of the greatest platform to me to meet entire the world students. And I received Dr. Radhakrishna Gold Medal Award and the Best Teacher Award from Government of India. And my part of teaching, the child-centered subject knowledge. And every teacher teaches the same concept. But where I'm standing in UrbanPro, I'm totally different what student need. I'll touch the student heart and what they need it. And slow learners, especially I'm focusing on the slow learners and the masters. Slow learners has to pick up gradually every week, every month. I'm monitoring them. And as well, the masters who know very well and how to upgrade their knowledge practically. So this is the way I'm standing in UrbanPro. Today, we are going to learn the chapter motion. In that, we will discuss about the definition of distance and displacement and what is the difference between distance and displacement. Initially, what is motion? What is motion? Generally, the motion in the sense of movement. You may observe my screen over here. If a person changes the place from one point to another point, yes, for example, the student is here at house, they're going to school. They're leaving the house just now and they're walking. So house is a reference frame and the child is walking to the school. So now we can call it as child is moving. Child is under movement. So still elaborately we can discuss what is motion. Now once you can observe, a person is climbing the wall. How we know that a person is under movement? Once you can observe the roof also moving. Like compared to the roof, the person is moving. Roof is a reference point. Child is walking in a park. How we know that child is walking? According to tree, child is moving far away. Then we can say that child is moving. And car also moving on the road. How we know that car is moving? According to road, a certain point, car is changing the place. So we can call it as car is moving. So if an object moves from one point to another point, according to a reference point, is called as motion. Now, we always talk about the motion of a body with respect to a reference point. Yeah? Let's assume the child is leaving the school in a village 2 kilometers of the North Railway Station. We have specified the position of the school with respect to the railway station. In this example, the railway station is the reference point. We could have also choose other reference point according to our convenience. Now, rest and motion. We are sitting in a train. A person is moving. A person is moving whenever the stationary train. Now we can observe that a person is moving along to the train, means maybe the opposite way. Now second case, train itself moving. A passenger is facing forward direction. The direction of a passenger's motion along to the train motion, but near to the objects which is opposite in direction. Yes. Now outside of the railway station, there are some trees and another objects which is going backward direction. Once you can observe very long distance there is an object which is following near, we are following us. It's following to the passenger. Now, what is rest? Now you can see this picture. All the persons are at stationary. They themselves not moving. But while compared to the outside people, these people are under movement. Now, while compared to each other, both are at rest. While compared to other people, both are moving. In this case, rest and motion are relative terms. One more example we can take. Earth is revolving around the sun. At this time, we are at stationary. We are studying the motion chapter. But one other person which is on the moon, They are observing us. For him, we are moving. So at the same time, a person is under rest as well as moving. The earth appears to be at rest with respect to us, but it's revolving around the sun at 30 kilometers per second. Is everything around us at rest and motion at the same time? Yes. Now, there are few examples. The person sitting inside the bus is both at rest and the motion at the same time. When his co-passenger is taken at the reference point, he is at rest. When trees outside the bus are taken as the reference point, he is in motion. So motion is always relative. A body can be at state of rest and in motion simultaneously at the same time with respect to two different bodies. Now, have you ever experienced that while you are sitting in a bus, trees outside the bus appear to be in state of motion while the person next to you appears to be at rest? There are different examples are there in our personal life. Next one, what is straight line motion? Generally, straight line motion, we can say, yeah, straight line motion. But how to define the straight line motion? If an object not changes the direction, call it as a straight line motion. Again repeating, if an object not changes the direction, call it as a straight line motion. Now, once you can see this figure, a person is running, 0 onwards it started, each 5 meters he is moving. There is no changes in his direction. So this is straight line motion. Now, a small question to you. A person, he started from point O, that is at 0 kilometers. He came to point A, 60 kilometers he traveled. Then after, he reached to point B and point C. Now the question is, what is the total distance? What is the total distance traveled by a person? Which means 0 to A point. How much it is? 60 kilometers. A to B point. How many kilometers? 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So how much it is? How many kilometers? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 kilometers it is. Then still it reached to point C, 10 kilometers. So this is where we have to add it. So 60 plus 10, 70. 70 plus 25 is equal to 95 kilometers is the total distance. Clear? Next. I'm going to the next slide. Now, what is distance and displacement? We will elaborately we can discuss. For example, this is our house and here there is a school. Every day we are going from house to school in the school bus. School bus which is traveling, this is the way the direction. Fine, this is the path the bus chose. And we can say the distance from house to school, this path is 5 kilometers. Now, there is a certain case, this road is blocked. How to reach to the school? We can choose another path. So is this path will be again the same 5 kilometers? Exactly no. Maybe plus or minus 5. Say an example, 3 kilometers is the distance. This road also blocked. Then how to choose? We will take one more path. This is may not be the 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers. This may be the 7 kilometers. Now what we understood, from one point to another point, n number of paths we can choose. So each and every path, there is a certain value. We are saying in kilometers, which means the distance between the 2 points we are measuring. Now, how to define distance? The actual path traveled by an object. We can discuss the actual path traveled by an object. However we choose, traveled by an object. This is distance. Now, how to define displacement? The same example we can consider. For example, this is the house and this is the school. Another schoolboy came. He asked that, where is the school? Generally, we will raise the hand, we will show. Some people will ask us, where is the post office? We will raise the hand, we will show. Or any hospital, we will raise the hand, we will show. What is the meaning of raising hand over there? Which is indicating to another person, this is the way the shortest distance. So house to school, however you can able to travel, there is a particular direction will be there. This is called it as a minimum distance. Minimum distance traveled by an object called as displacement. Clear? Distance, the actual path traveled by an object. Displacement, the minimum distance traveled by an object. This is the major definitions. Next. Now, we will discuss how to calculate distance and displacement. An example, an object at point A, it reached to point B 3 kilometers. This is 3 kilometers. Point B to point C, this is the way object traveled, this is 4 kilometers. Now the question is, find the distance and find the displacement. What is our answer? How to do that? As per the definition, the actual path traveled by an object called as a distance. What is the actual path? A to B and B to C. A to B and B to C. So A to B is 3 kilometers and B to C is 4 kilometers. Totally 7 kilometers is the distance. What is displacement? The minimum path traveled by an object. This is the minimum path, A to C. Now, how to calculate A to C? Once we can remember, this is right angle triangle. Now, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square as per Pythagoras theory. Yes. Now, AB square is equal to 3 kilometers whole square plus 4 kilometers whole square. Now, 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. AC square is equal to 25. AC is equal to square root of 25, which means 5 kilometers is the minimum distance. So this is one example. Another example. For example, an object at point A, it made a circle, full circle with R radius. Now what is the distance? They not mentioned any values. Just we need to calculate the distance. They mentioned only the radius. Now an object A, make it as a circle. This is the path which is traveled. Now this is the path which is circumference. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. What is the displacement? Displacement in the sense of where we started, there only we reached. There is no minimum distance. So displacement will be 0. One more question. An object at point A reached to point B. This is the semicircle. Now what is the distance traveled? Half of the circumference, which means 2 pi r by 2 pi r. What is the displacement? A to B, this is the minimum distance. So r plus r. So which is 2r is displacement. Hope it is very clear to you. Yes. Now next, what is the difference between distance and displacement? Distance and displacement. What is the difference? Distance, actual path traveled by an object. Actual path traveled by an object, call it as a distance. And minimum path traveled by an object, call it as displacement. Distance don't have any direction. There is no direction. And displacement having a direction. Distance we can measure with centimeters, meters, kilometers. Displacement also having the measures centimeters, meters, and kilometers. Now, once we can remember, any physical parameter having magnitude, no direction, this is a scalar. And any physical parameter which is having magnitude and direction, which is called it as vector. Hope it is clear to you. Now, yes. Yeah, thank you so much to understand about the distance and displacement. If you need to take the class, please contact through UrbanPro, and I can able to directly contact with you. Thank you so much.